welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 2, episode 65. Alrighty then, so we are now into Volkswagen for the North City, as we are now going to get on with our second and only other event in the VW section, and obviously the car I need to purchase myself is a new Beetle, because that is the cup we are doing next. And well, as for the colour itself, I thought about what colour I was wanting to get, and well, truth is, I do actually like this purple. That is a nice purple. And well, I ultimately decided that, well, yeah, I'll just get it in purple. Because I want to. And also because what I need to do now is some engine tuning. So more or less just doing my usual strategy for the first race. Just putting on the computer chip and the port grinding, since I have a feeling both of those will probably be necessary. And obviously, as for the second race, well, you will just have to wait and find out. But anyways, to the new Beetle challenge we go, where of course this is also the only VW Beetle in this game, which oddly enough of course is also my sister's favourite car. And for the first race we are at Autumn Ring. Very nice. Let's head over there to race number 1 at Autumn Ring. Our first race, of course. And overshifted a little bit there, but don't think it's really too effective, as I, of course, compared to these AI, have gone very differently in terms of what colour I was wanting to use, and oddly enough I actually like this choice. Considering whenever I see this car, I usually think of the first test of the B license in GT3, probably because this is exactly the same car that they use in that test. As I am currently battling for the lead with the white new Beetle. Deep purple shall emerge again, as I am now up into the lead. And officially heading through the spiral now, over the bridge. As we are now heading through the final sequence of corners. It is the deep purple Beetle that leads. As I can see, there is a black Beetle closing in on me. At the moment I still continue to lead here at the Autumn Ring. And more or less going for my usual strategy. As it now looks like I probably am on my way to the victory celebrations once again, but In terms of my overall status, I'm actually not being fucked as often as I usually am. or not as often as I would expect myself to be in these sorts of races, but anyways. I suppose it's, you know, more or less susceptible to what is likely to happen, but, you know. So, rounding out the final sequence of corners, and going across the line now, as we win race 1 of the Beetle Cup. Driving in purple. Very much deep purple, I might add. And pretty close race overall, as all of us were driving the same car basically. Just in different colours of course, but you know. So that is another race down. And now we've just got to go and do the usual shit, which is basically just put on all 3 stages of weight reduction, put on either additional engine tuning or turbo tuning, and then just get on with the other race. So, heading back now to, obviously, the Volkswagen tuning section, and gonna purchase all 3 stages of weight reduction, obviously, because this is the only way we can officially conduct a racing mod in this game. So yeah, that's cool. And as for the colour itself, well, we've got quite a few colours here. Yes. This is precisely what I'm going to use. Yes. This will go perfectly. This is precisely the colour I'm going to use. And well, just because I want to give myself a little bit more differences, I'm going to put on some different ones, and well, I think I'm going to head over to BBS this time, because, you know, I dare to be different, and should I go for these ones? Because they do actually look nice. I'll look through. Fuck it, I'll go for these ones. Just because I want to. It'll really show that obviously my race car stands out, which is essentially the only reason why I'm doing it, but anyways. Heading back up to VW, and is this car an NA? And, oh, okay, it's a turbo. Well, just gonna do my usual strategy. And no intercoolers are available, but is there a turbo available? Yes there is, and I will have probably made this too easy, because that has given me an additional, I think about 66 horsepower, mathematically. Yeah, 66. So 66 horsepower mathematically is how much it's given me, as we are now going to head down to our racing modified event of the new Beetle Cup. And this time we are going to Midfield Raceway, but it will just be dependent on knowing if it's on either the forward course or the reverse course. Let's just wait and see what happens. And it is the reverse course, as I am shifting up into second gear. And did a little short shift there, but already up into the lead all of a sudden. And I'm assuming the main reason for that is probably because I have a turbo on this thing, and oddly enough it is actually paying me some dividends to say that I've got this on. But anyways, this is the reverse course of Midfield Raceway, and officially overall, I think this is only the first time since the Japan Nationals, from what I can work out, that we have officially raced on the reverse course of Midfield Raceway. I think that was the last time I raced on the reverse course of Midfield Raceway, but that could have been... oh, wait a minute. Oh, correction. Oh, correction. This is actually the forward course of Midfield Raceway. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I do apologise if I sounded completely stupid. This is actually the forward course of Midfield Raceway, ironically. So, I still have not raced on the reverse course of Midfield Raceway yet. And now, I suddenly feel like a stupid arsehole. Either that or a poor bastard, but whatever. In poverty lengths, I am still purchasing myself these racing mods. And I also have a reasonably steady advantage to this AI at the moment, by default of putting on the turbo. Which is probably illegal, but again it might not be. As obviously I'm giving myself more or less a comfortable advantage to this AI with the turbo on. Even though I probably made this look too easy, but these AI do often tend to fight back whenever they get a shot. And rubber banding is obviously still strong, so I'm keeping my wits about over that. But anyways, down the main straight we go, and crossing the line to win at midfield in my new Beetle. By just under a second, and the gap overall from first to sixth only 1.3 seconds. So this has been some pretty good racing, in my honest opinion, because of how slender the margins have been. But anyways, now I'm going to save the replay. But before I do that, obviously I will need to save the game first. Because that is important, obviously. But, anyways, saving the replay now, because obviously I need to, and deleting my top replay as usual, and there we go. So just saving the replay now for the new Beetle Cup, and so there we go. So, the new Beetle challenge is now complete, and that is officially both of the events complete at Volkswagen. And so next up we are heading to TVR, as we are now officially 61.64% complete with this game, and also I now have 100 cars in my garage. Which essentially means, of course, that after the Tuscan Challenge at TVR, I will need to start selling some cars. But anyways, that will come in time. But from there, Volkswagen is now complete. Next up is TVR. And so with that, stay tuned for more GT2.